Whenever I hear my favorite drummers play this, oh, that gives me the drummer excitement. I just need to run to the kit and practice it. And if I'm honest, I've been practicing this for 10 or 15 years. But I feel like I've finally made some progress. So this video is all about me sharing my progress and mistakes that I've made with my hand-foot singles that you can avoid so you get way better than me. Now if you're like, I don't even know what hand-foot singles are, what you on about, Dave? Check this. You've definitely heard that, because that's the start of Smells Like Teen Spirit with the amazing Dave Grohl on drums. That's just hand-foot singles. A little bit slower than the first videos I showed you, but cool nonetheless. So let's jump to the kit, and I want to show you some mistakes that I made. I want to show you some things that I've been practicing that have really helped me push my speed and control with this amazing lick. Let's get to it. So even though I've been practicing hand-foot singles for a long time, I was making so many mistakes, and those mistakes were crushing my progress. They were stopping me from actually being able to learn this thing and then actually use it in music and have it at my fingertips as part of my vocabulary. Now I want to make sure that you don't make those mistakes. So I'm going to show you what mistakes I made and how I'm fixing them. Before we get into it, let's talk a little bit about technique. I'm going to play a lot of these heel down. And the reason for that is that it'll isolate the ankle, and I've found that that's made me massive progress with my bass drum control. Check out this video where I talk about basically the same thing, how I've been using heel down to develop my bass drum. Some cool exercises for that, so go check that out. It's called Do the Work. Go check it out. Heel down has been really good for isolating the ankle, but I want to make sure that I'm practicing it heel up, so if I'm pushing the tempo, or even if I'm just playing these exercises for the length of time that you should play them, 5 minutes by the way, then I'm alternating between heel up and heel down just to give myself my body a rest, but also to mix it up and make sure I'm balanced with those techniques. So mistake number one was that I didn't actually change what I was doing. I just played it the same way. And what I did was I played it right hand lead. So I spent a long time just doing this. Partly because left hand lead was just a little bit too hard and I was like, well, I'm not gonna do that. But also because I just didn't think to change it. I'm a little bit more mature now. I kind of understand that. So here's the exercise that I've been using. Super simple. We're gonna do 8 right hands, 8 left hands. We're gonna do that twice, and then we're gonna do 4 lots of 4. Then we're gonna do 4 lots of 2. And then we're gonna fill the rest with 8 ones. That makes 4 bars in total. Get this. Second mistake was that I didn't actually change where I was playing it. I just played it all on the floor tom, because you know that's the thunderous. What I should have done is I should have orchestrated. Now you can actually orchestrate the previous exercise we just did, but I'm just gonna do something really simple. I'm gonna go in kind of an L shape here with my right hand. I'm gonna do 4 snare drums, 4 tom ones, 4 snare drums, 4 floor toms. You could incorporate this. And if we were to use Buzzy, if we were to use the left hand, I'll do that. You could vary that totally. You could do 3, you could just randomly move it. I'm going to start orchestrating these singles like this. This thing is so hard. If you can do that, then you'll be in a better place to actually make stuff with it instead of just having this like. The third mistake I made, the third thing I did, was I didn't actually change the subdivision. I just kept it the same way every time. So I was playing it all right hand lead, mistake 1. I was only keeping it on the floor tom, mistake 2, and I was not changing the subdivision. And especially switching between subdivisions is an incredible way of building control. I've been using that idea of going from one subdivision to the next, triplets and 16th notes mainly, as a great way of building control with lots of exercises that I've been doing recently. Lots of things I've been practicing. I've been making sure I can switch subdivisions at will. This one, we're gonna do all right hand and then do left hand. We're gonna do, let's say 1 bar of triplets into 1 bar of 16th notes. And then we're going to do 16th notes. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a skiddly left. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Now when you're doing that, you want to incorporate the left foot because that makes it way trickier. Because I don't tend to play 8th note triplets, I play 16th note triplets. I'm going to put my left foot on the 1 and the 3 to simulate 16th note triplets. Mistake number 4 is I didn't actually try to use it in anything useful. I just learned this thing and it was just like living there in my vocabulary, like, oh, here's this thing I can't really play very well, I'm going to try to play it. What you want to do is whatever lick you're learning, whatever thing you're practicing, you want to try to use it in context. Now I've been using my stick control system. I've got a new course all about it. It's just released, you can go check it out. But basically go from something you're very comfortable playing into that thing. I'm going to go from singles. And I'm going to do 8 singles. So I'm going to go. And then I'm going to do 8 of these hand-foot singles, but I'm going to alternate the hands just to make it even hard. Sped up. And as you can see, I'm always fighting the fact that I spent a long time playing it just right lead because that's the strongest part. I can turn that one off kind of all right. Now the lesson today isn't really about this lick. It's more about how we fall into the trap of learning something one way and obsess over playing it one way instead of going deep. I find often that when students come to me for lessons, whether it's in person or through my website, they have a lot of knowledge. People know a lot of stuff. The internet has made it easy to learn a lot of stuff. But that knowledge is wafer thin. I think of it like a large lake that's frozen over, but the ice is really thin. We want to have deep knowledge, deep control, absolute mastery of whatever we're learning, because then we can actually use it. We can do stuff with it. We can affect it. We can change it. And that's my whole ethos with what I teach, like I said, in person or online through my website. So this video will stop you making the same mistakes as me, but if you want to break free from playing the same patterns the same way every time, check out this video. It's called The Pattern Trap, and I'm sure you're going to love it. See you in there.